Welcome back. In this lesson, we are going to be looking at math random. So every game you produce, almost every game you produce, is going to need some type of way to produce some type of unexpected result, and you can do that with math random. And JavaScript provides a nice, neat way to return a value, a random value, anywhere from 0 to 1, but not inclusive of 1. So it's anywhere from 0 to almost 1. And there's an example here on their website. So if you go down here and hit run, you can see that the math random multiplies by a value, and this is going to return back the number that we have a possibility of returning. And the reason that we use math floor is to get rid of basically the decimal with all the different values to it. So what math floor does is it allows us to bring the value down to least integer value. And basically what it's doing is it's just cutting off any of the decimal points. So you can think of it that way, that even if it's 5.95, it ends up as 5. 5.05 still ends up as 5. So let's go ahead and try this out and bring this into our application. So using math random, and this is another one that we're going to have to reuse. So we'll just create a function for it, and we can call it rand, be expecting a numeric value to be passed in there, and creating a temporary. So we're going to use the math random value, the math random method, and we're going to multiply it by whatever the value of num is. So when I refresh it here, and I'll show you how that's going to work. So rand, and let's put in a number of 400. Oh, and we do need to return that to see a value there. So temp val, let's return that back. So try that one more time, rand, and we'll try 400 again. We can see that it's getting a random value being returned back. So this is always going to be a different value, and it's going to be anywhere from 0 all the way up to 399.99999 and so on. And in order to clear up all of those decimal places, then this is where we can use math floor. That will give us the ability to clear up those decimal places. So in those instances, when you don't want to see all the decimal places, you can just add that in, and we can do a quick refresh. And now you can see that we can type in rand. So try that random 400 again. And you can see that we are getting just random values to it. So we're getting without any of the decimal places. So we're able to return back these random values. And this is actually exactly what we want within our gameplay. And we're going to be using this random function several times coming up. So go ahead and try this out, add it into your project, and get familiar with using the math random and also the math floor to get rid of the decimal places so that you have a nice clean number that's being returned. And if you want to return it back, so essentially what's happening here is it's returning back a value from 0 to whatever the number value here is, not matching that number value. And if we do want to return back 1 to 400, we could always add 1 in there. But I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to leave it as anywhere from 0 to 399, so it'll never hit 400. So even if we do math random and if we do 2, you're going to see that no matter how many times I do it, it's not going to hit 2. So it's going to be either a 1 or a 0. And that's where if we wanted to have it as a 1 or a 2, then that's why we'd have to add in a 1 there, because we are using the math floor. So go ahead and try this out for yourself.